We finally got the spawner shop setup done. Oh my gosh. In Minecraft Skyblock, there is a shop system that you can actually go ahead and use to sell items or buy items from people. So what I want to do is set up my own shop at my island. If we go ahead and do /island visit not or is visit not, it will technically take you to my island if I have it publicly open. And of course, it's going to send you right here. So I want to make the shop kind of right around here, right where the players will spawn. And what I want to do is sell spawners. I'm not really wanting to buy anything off of players. I'm going to be selling all the spawners I obtain that I don't need for like half the price of /shop in the spawner shop. So we're going to be going ahead and setting that up. The first thing I have to do, of course, is probably go ahead and go in the Discord and get the tutorial on how to set it up and how to actually make the shops. Found all the IDs for all the spawners. It's basically just the spawner name and then underscore and then spawner. Some of the IDs are of course shortened because of limited space on the sign, but I guess we can go ahead and start setting up this shop. We're gonna buy 64 chests and we're gonna buy 64 trap because this server is not really base 1.20 or whatever the latest version is. It's currently core based on 1.8.9, so you need trap chests in order to stack them right next to each other. I guess we'll make it pretty simple. We'll go ahead, grab out our chests, and we're gonna go ahead, go up, I believe, 2 tall, and then 2 tall over here with trap, do it on this side as well. And then on the top here is gonna be regular chests because we have 7 types of spawners we're going to be selling. So we'll do worst to greatest, and the greatest one will be at the top, what I believe is going to be spiders. Let's go here and we're going to buy 16 signs. So here's how the system works. You place down a sign. So if you want to go ahead and sell an item to a player so they click the sign and they get the item, you put buy on the sign. And then if you want someone to sell items to you, you put sell. Pretty simple concept, but then you're going to put the item ID right where I put item. And then of course the amount of the item that you're going to want to put there. Then you put the number of how much you want to sell for and then gems or money, for example. But if you don't do it correct, it's going to say invalid shop. Anyways, I need to pull up a calculator because I'm going to go ahead and actually do some math and look at the shop. So if we take a look at the spawner shop, we're going to start with zombie spawners. So I'm just going to use a calculator to make this simpler on myself. So 750k times 64. I can't really do that in my head, so I need a calculator. But that's 48 million per one. So technically we're gonna half that for each type of spawner, so 24 million. So we're gonna set up our first shop. Here we go. So we're gonna put buy and we're gonna put zombie underscore spawner. Then we'll go ahead and put 64 in, and I don't know if putting just a letter, so let's say 24M and then money will work, but we'll try it. Oh, it does work. Perfect. You just have to put the exact number you want and then how big of the size in the number is. Pretty simple. So there we go. We have zombie spawners in place. Now I guess we can go ahead, set up skeletons. So let's go ahead, grab our calculator, and we're gonna go ahead, go into shop and get the price for that. Okay, so it's 850 this time instead of 700. Okay, so I got the number that we need. It's 27.2 million. So let's go ahead, place down a sign, put buy, and I believe this one is skelly, not skeleton, because there's not enough space. Because if we type any more, it's not gonna put it properly. We just run out of space, so we kind of have to do that. And then we put 27.2M, and then we put money, and there we go. Skeleton is now set up. Okay, we're in the shop, and now we're gonna work on Enderman. So it's 1 million per one, so it's just 32. That's easy to calculate for me. Bracket by bracket. Then we'll do Ender underscore spawner 64, and then we're gonna go ahead, put 32M and money. There we go. Endermen are done. For some reason, it doesn't say spawner, it just says Enderman. I'm assuming it's because of the space of how much text you can put on the sign. That's probably the reason there, but this is an Enderman sign technically for spawners. Okay, we're gonna go into the shop, and now we're working on creepers. So that is 1.25 million. So that is 40 million per stack that I'm gonna be selling. Okay, we're done that one. Creeper is done. For some reason, I don't know why they didn't put spawner at the end of this. I'm pretty sure they can. Just based off seeing how skeleton is basically the same length as Enderman, I don't see why they can't put it. It's just confusing me realistically. So next up is blazes. Even though the price is is super high. Even though it's not an order from the shop, it doesn't really matter. We're just gonna go ahead and do blazes. So 5 million. Okay, so I think that's 80 million the price, because it's just double the amount of creepers price, because it's double the base price. So we can go ahead, put 80 million. Anyways, iron golems, what are those though? Okay, so iron golems, let's take a look at that. So we did enderman earlier, and iron golems are just double that, so it's 64. Easy to calculate. Iron golem spawner is IG, so it's shortened. But let's put 64 million and money. There we go. Okay, so now we need to work on the last shop, what I believe is spiders, and that is 4 million. So technically it would just be double this, so 128. Yeah, I was thinking it was 128, and I was right. I just wanted to double check. Okay, so every single one of these are done. Now we can go ahead and start filling these up with spawners, but we need to open crate keys to even get these spawners. I currently only have a few spiders, and it's a stack at a time, so they can't buy any if it's not a full stack. What is kind of annoying, but I mean, it is what it is. At least I think is how it works though. So I'm gonna go into PV15, and I'm just gonna store everything away, because I'm gonna open up keys, and any of the spawners that we get that I can put in these chests, I will put in them, because it's just a wise idea. Hey, we got an airdrop, not bad. So blazes, we'll go ahead and look through these. That's good enough. Iron golems we'll put in. Creepers we'll go ahead and put in. Enderman we'll go ahead and put in. For some reason, it only says iron golem on this sign too. It's so confusing why it only says iron golem and enderman. These need to be changed. Okay, so we're done with vote. Let's go ahead and do some cloud keys. So the only thing good from cloud keys, I believe, is quite literally blazes. Everything else is just salvageable, because I don't really care for cows and all that. They're not really that great. Okay, so I think we're done cloud keys. We got a bit of storm keys we can open, and I just realized I salvaged all the blazes that I got there. But I mean, it's not the end of the world. I'll get more of those eventually. As you can see, I just got more. So it's not the end of the world. Let's go ahead, put some endermen, creepers. We'll do some iron golems and blazes. And then we of course have tempest, what give the best spawners. We got an ultimate airdrop, not bad. I do have a lot of value tickets I'm gonna have to sell at some point, so that's good. We're also getting a ton of spiders already, so that's amazing. I could put villager spawners in this little shop area, but I think we'll be good for now. There's really no point. Let's put some iron golems in. I kept salvaging some of them, what I probably should not be doing. That's probably not a wise idea, even though I could just get gems. I mean, I make gems already too quick enough, so it really isn't worth it. We did get a gladiator rank. I mean, I can probably sell that for some money as well too. We're getting some decent items out of all this, so I can't really complain. Anyways, I think we're done opening keys. That is good enough. We will open these airdrops here in a moment. I'm just gonna go through all these pouches. We just need to go ahead, open these airdrops. Let's do the epics first. See if we get any spawners we need to put in the shop. Ooh, we got some iron golems, and we got a consumable, what I probably will not be using, but more iron golems the better. I mean, I'll take it. Ultimate airdrop, give me something good. Okay, so it just gave me straight up money. That was not really too great. So what I'm gonna do is salvage all, and I'm gonna do settings, because the reason for that is I need to make sure I don't salvage anything that I need. So zombies, skeletons, endermen, creepers, iron golems, and then blazes, and then the rest, of course, I won't salvage. So all the bad spawners, chicken, sheep, cow, pig, they will all probably just be salvaged, because that's easy gems, and they're not really worth too much. I also do want to mention, I'm expanding upon this farm again. Since we have grinding robots, we have 37, and we're going down another 160 more robots, or grinding robots, on this farm, so we can get a total of 320. And I had to redesign how I place the spawners here, but there we go. We have our shop set up. Finally, we can go ahead and sell spawners properly to players. So in order to visit the island, just do IS visit NOT or not, and you'll be sent right here in front of the spawners if you do want to buy some. They're half of the price of the shop, of course, so they're better than buying from /shop. And it does give me money for more videos, so I'd appreciate it. And if you try to put my name, so not Connor, it probably won't work for some reason. And also, I will try to keep my island unlocked as much as possible. We finally got the spawner shop set up done. Oh my gosh.